Children are integral to the marches, for they are the future. Unless they witness tradition and cultural heritage for themselves, the time-honoured rituals will die, along with the friendship, camaraderie and community cohesion that goes with them. Before the actual Marches Day in June, it has become a tradition that the Provost and Bailies of the Deacons' Court go round the town's primary schools, explaining what the Marches and its associated events are all about. The children are told that, for hundreds of years, the people of Linlithgow have congregated in the centre of the town to take part in the annual riding. Although very much an adult affair, initially to make sure that the borough boundaries were intact, the excitement and pageantry of the occasion has always attracted the young folk of the town. Preceding the first Tuesday after the second Thursday in June, the Deacons' Nights were when the town's trades would parade their chosen representative for the year. Children have always turned out to witness this once important event, which in recent years has developed into an occasion for fun and fraternisation. Children have also always been interested and amused spectators at the crying of the marches, announcing to the townsfolk that they had to turn up in their best outfits on the grand occasion in 4 days' time. At one time, these parades would attract huge crowds of children who would follow the town crier along the high street, accompanied by fife and drum, and listen to his frequent proclamations. Sometimes the watching children would reciprocate in with a silly rejoinder, some still do. Children are very much present here as John Shipton in the 70s and Harry Coburn in the 40s and 50s delivered their message. And here, an earlier town council appointee, Sam Weir, complete with a borough drum, attracted large crowds of kids. These less simple days, with changes to school times and worries about child safety, fewer youngsters accompany the herald. But those that do still enjoy the mock medieval pageantry and the music of the fife and drum. And of course, on Marches Day itself, come rain or shine, Linlithgow's bairns turn out to view the spectacle. Watching the parade as it goes past from the cross to Linlithgow Bridge. They cheer from street level or from a handily situated house window. The high street may have changed today from those days in the past, but the enthusiasm is still the same, and children revel in it. Or at least, looking at those faces on the left, they will enthuse when the waiting is over and the parade actually passes by and they can cheer on the participants. Especially when there is the added addition of a band, particularly a military one, adding colour and precision to the occasion. And even more specially if it's a local one, pipes and drums or brass. Often with youngsters actually playing in the marching columns. Old and young together, sharing the moment, reliving the town's traditions. Sometimes children attend with their accompanying parents, deacons, round-tablers, dyers, interested residents. Organisations take their bairns along. Here it's members of the Linlithgow Bowling Club. Some lucky children actually get to participate in the procession, as seen here with the late lamented Jimmy McGinley and his family. More family groups here, including the Browns, Barbara Braithwaite's family, and the Jamiesons, who were the Von Trapp family singers. A fairy tale seems to have come true for these youngsters. Sometimes young folk actually get to ride in a float, entered by a school or a youth organisation. And who's this here? Is it a gala day contingent? And a group of friends or neighbours joining in the fun together? Enjoying their day here are members of a scout group, and some marching majorettes. And more marching from the Girl Guides Association and some exotically dressed celebrants. Young farmers and jolly boys, not perhaps the youngest of the town's bairns, but enjoying themselves to the full, along with more majorettes and Linlithgow. Linlithgow, an organisation which kept the town's history alive and very much kicking. Sometimes youngsters took part with a topical theme or a message that they wished to impart to the town. If there was no room aboard a float, then the children could still accompany it along the procession route. Delighting in their families' creative skills and their pride in their workplaces. Admiring their father's craftsmanship and the hours their mother spent making paper flowers or other decorations. Everyone enjoying being part of the tradition, with the cheering of the crowds echoing in their ears. And quite incredible were some of the floats of yesteryear, all entered by local businesses such as Deacons, Holliers, Lochmill and Avonmill paper factories. And it was all the better if your float won a prize, or your fancy dress was judged to be the best, or your decorated bike won the show. Then, or now, for the Children's Decorated Bike Award is still presented every Marches Day. Over the years, many floats adopted a theme which would appeal to the children of the town. We've had the Magic Roundabout, Toy Story, The Lion King, and a medieval castle complete with Knights of the Round Table. Recently there was Beauty and the Beast, and The Little Mermaid, and in years past there was Gulliver's Travels, and who can remember Humpty Dumpty? We had Budgie the little helicopter and Dumbo the flying elephant. At the end of every Marches Day, for centuries, everyone, young and old, can look back on a job well done, a tradition maintained, an essential item in our social fabric truly stitched in place. For unless our young folk experience that tradition and the heritage, in addition to the pageantry and fun, the marches will die. A sense of heritage is caught, not taught. It is vital that our young folk are able to share in many more marches when they recommence, and we are once again safe out and safe in. And then, of course, when it's all over, there's always the shows. Long live our Linlithgow youngsters, long live the marches.